What's up guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So today I want us to look at how to georeference and digitize features in ArcGIS. So I have a toposheet here. It's a Masai Mara National Reserve. So we are going to digitize some few. First of all, we're going to georeference this and then digitize some few features. So before we even dive into georeferencing, we need to understand this map first of all. So the first thing you need to understand that this map is in UTM. You can see that the coordinate system is universal transverse marketer, and then also you need to take note of the scale. So those are some of the things that you need to take into consideration before you can even think of adding this map into ArcGIS and starting to digitize. Then another thing that you need to know is how to read. You need to take note of the coordinates. You need also to understand how to read the UTM coordinates on a toposheet. So there are some that have straightforward and direct coordinates labeled on the grids, but some like this one here, you need to make sure that you understand, because you can see, for example, the longitudes. This one here, the first one is direct, is 670,000 east, and then the second longitude, you can see that it's labeled 8, so 9, and now we have 700, but this 700 is written in a funny manner. You can see that 7 is small, the middle 0 is big, and then this one is small. So this 700, we simply multiply this by 1,000, because the first easting is 607,000. So this big value, which is 7, so when you move to the next grid, you replace that big value with this one here. So this grid should be 680,000, 690,000, 700,000, 700, 700 and 10,000, 720,000, like so, up to this particular point here. Now this is 800, so you multiply this 800 by 1,000 and move on like that. The same case applies to latitudes. If you move to the bottom, you can see we have 9,780,000, and then now we have 9. So for you to read coordinates of this latitude, you need to replace this 8 with 9. So this should be 9,709,000, and then now we move to the next one, which is 9,800,000, but now you can see it is 9800, which is 9,800. We multiply that by 1,000, just the same way we did with the longitude. So with that being said, let's move to another aspect, which is now to identify the controls. You need, at least when you're doing georeferencing in ArcGIS, you need at least 3 control points. So, but for this case, if you want to georeference a map properly, you can have as many as possible, and then you make sure that the distribution is equal. So make sure that the control points are well distributed across the map. So let me just open this map in Paint. So I already have some I have identified some points or some grids that are going to help me digitize this or georeference this topo sheet. So I want to use this point here. I want to use 3 points along this latitude. So I want the first one should be, I want to place one here, and then the second one at the middle, probably at this point, then the last one, so that way. And then I'm going to record the coordinates of those points so that in Excel, so that they can help me in doing the georeferencing process. So if I open the paint again, you said I'm going to, let me just select brush, and then and the color. So I said I've selected this point, this intersection here, as my first control point, and then let me just reduce this a little bit, and another one along. I want the next one to be along at this particular point here. So this should be point B, this should be point C here, and then D, E at this point, then F, G should be here, G, H, this particular point, then I. You just identify the intersection of this point, then record on inside the Excel, and then you're good to go. So I'm going to close down this, and I'm going to now open ArcGIS and add my topo sheet. So you need to find where you have a topo sheet, click OK. Now we said this is the point 1, this is the first point, and so we have the coordinates of this particular point here, this point A. So for point A, let's add a control point. So you need to add this georeferencing tool. In order to do that, go to customize, and then place your cursor under toolbars, and then go to georeference. Make sure that it is checked. Or another way, you can just right click and go to georeference, and this tool will appear. So select this add control points. So this is our first point here. Just place your cursor there, right there, and then just make sure that you zoom in sufficiently. Left click, then right click, and then click on input X and Y. So that's point A, and we are starting with X. We know X is easting, so right click and then copy, paste. So copy the northing, right click, copy, then right click, then paste, and click OK. Now the moment you click OK, you can see now the map disappears. So you need now to bring it back. On the table of content, under that topo sheet, right click, and then click on zoom to layer. Now you can see we have our first point right there. So let's move to the second point. So we said the second point, we're going to select at the middle. So let me first of all just zoom out a little bit. Our point should be around here, yes. So Copy. Click OK. Now our points are properly distributed. You can go ahead and add all those ones that we have, but for this case, because time is not on our side, let's just work with what we have. So after you have finished, go to Georeference, then click on that arrow, then click update georeferencing, like that. So, and then let's save our work. Save our work on the folder, the same folder that you're working from. So mine is on the desktop. Like that. Click save. So now that we have georeferenced this map, another thing that you can do is it's also proper to define the coordinate projection of this map. So for you to do that, open the Arc toolbox, click on the Arc toolbox. So Arc toolbox is this red toolbox at the top of your software, and then go to projection, go to data management tool, and then go to projections and transformations, and then define projection. Double click on it, then add our raster data, our toposheet, and then the coordinate system. This should be under mine. You need to understand where your map is located. So mine is Mara. I know Masai Mara is in 36 South. So if I open up so if you are not sure of the zone or the UTM zone of the place that you're working for, it's good to confirm on Google Earth. Just open up your Google Earth, and then go to, you can see now, this one is, if you look at the bottom here, the coordinates are in decimal degrees. Convert that to UTM. Go to tools, and then options. Under 3D view, go to show lat long, and choose universal transverse marketer. Click apply and OK, and immediately you can see now the coordinates have now changed to meters in UTM. Now search the place you placed that. For this case, mine is in Masai Mara. Masai Mara. And then search. Now if I place my cursor on this particular area, because that map falls around this area, you can see at the bottom here that it is under 36 zone 36M. So definitely we're going to choose in ArcGIS Arc 60 UTMs on 37 south. Click OK and click OK. Now that everything is set, we have properly georeferenced our map. It's now time to start adding features and digitizing. So in order to add or to start digitizing, you need to add some shape files. In order to add some, so we have different features here. We have line work, we have the boundary of this National Reserve, Masai Mara National Reserve. We have rivers, we have roads. So we're going to add all those. So go to open up the Arc catalog. Mine is I've pinned mine on the right hand side, but if you have not pinned yours, you can just click on catalog at the top here. You can just select catalog, click on this, and it's going to open, and then navigate, find where you have your folder. So mine is here. I'm going to add, so right click, select the folder that you want to store your shape files, and then right click and go to shape files. The first feature that I can identify from this point is first of all Simara. Then you need to feature type. You need to define the feature type. That should be polygon, and the coordinate system, you need to define coordinate system. So we said it's 37 south, 36 south, and click OK. Okay. So we are going to add another feature that we have identified. We said we have a river, then so river. So this polyline, and then define a coordinate system. Okay. Another feature that I can identify from this topo is some roads. We have some few roads, so we're just going to digitize some few, and roads, just say road, and then the feature type should be polyline, coordinate system UTMs on 36 south. Click OK. Another feature, you have some shrubs. Shape file, and then we said shrubs should be in points. Define the coordinate system. Okay. Another one, place names, point feature. Okay, so I think those should be enough. Let me add, I've seen some trig points, so let me just add that. The points, that's a point feature, the 6 south, and then okay. Now we are ready to start digitizing. So I'm going to start with let me add let's just add some swamp. Swamp, and then this is a polygon. Yes, now we are ready to start digitizing, and I'm going to start with the boundary of this national reserve. So I'm going to change the feature. Just click on this feature hollow, and then let me make that 1.5 the outline width, and then the color I'm going to choose red. So in order to start digitizing the feature, go to edit. If you don't see edit at the top here, just go to customize tools and then editor, or you can just right click and then add. So for you to start digitizing, click on editor, then start. So continue, and then now you can see these features are, some of them are active. Let me just move this at the bottom right there. So click on create feature, and then click on the feature that you want to digitize. So for this case, the boundary, and then choose on under. So on the create feature, make sure that you click on the construction tools. I'm going to start from this point, so like that. But for so guys, I think I'll have to speed up so that we can continue. Let me just, from this point now, I'm going to speed up and see you when I'm done with the boundary. Now I'm done with the boundary. Let me just save edits and then stop and then start editing again. So this time let me go with the river. Do we have really a river? Sorry about that. So stop editing. Let's add a river. Polyline. That's 6 south. Okay. Now let's start editing again. This time a river. So again, I'm going to let me start from this particular point here. Again, I'm going to speed up, guys. So see you in the next feature. So that's it for the river. I'm going to save edits and stop editing. So now we have the river. I'm going to delete this one here. So the best way to delete that is from the Arc catalog. Right click and then delete. Right click and then delete. Click yes. Now the next one is online is road. I'm just going to digitize a few. So again, I'm going to speed up. So see, let's meet in the next feature. Now we're done with roads. Let's do swamps. So start editing again. So the same process. Let's also speed up this and then meet in the next feature. So we're done with the swamp. Let's do shrubs. Let's digitize some shrubs. We're just going to digitize a few. So for shrub, that's enough, I think. Stop, save and stop. So let's add some place names. Again, start editing. think those are enough, so we're going to save and stop. Let's now do the last one, the trig stations. Let's just add around 2 or 3. Let's add that one and this one here and this one. I think now we have all the features that we need. Now you can start. Stop. Now let's edit some of these features. Like for trig station, let's select proper okay, let's give it white or let's say no color. And then place name, shrubs. Let's go to shrubs first. Let's select that and give a color green. Then I think that's fine. Let's just increase the and change the color to dark green, like that. And then river is okay. Roads, let's change. Let's select that. Okay. And then the place name, before we can even let's create. First of all, let's start with trig and open attribute table and give add names, add field, then give names. The data type should be text. 50 is okay. And then we can now start editing in order to now edit in. So select this first row so that you can see where that trig station is located. So you can see the name is Mugona. Like that. This one should be BB5. The last one is B2P. Then save, edits and stop editing. Close that attribute table. Go to place names. Open attribute table again. Select the first row so that we can first of all, before we can even let's stop editing first. First of all, let's add a field name, then text, I think 50 is okay. Then select the first row and then start editing. The name of that particular place is I'm also going to speed up so that we save on time. Editing. So we've talked about place name and swamp. So I think now we are done here with the digitizing. Now for place names, let's start with trig. Go to right click on it and go to properties, and then select, go to labels tab, then go to label features. In this check that box, and then make it 10. Place names supposed to be so the field label field should be names. Let's make that black and then apply. Okay, like that. So that's for trig stations. Let's see how it's labeled. Yes, that's it. Then go to place names. Open, first of all, yes, place names. Right click on it, go to properties, go to labels tab, select that box. We're going to make this let's make it 12, and then italize. Label field should be names, and then apply. Okay, so now we have place names, but we're going to hide this, reduce the size to 0 so that we don't see the points. So if we hide that, now we have place names. And then shrubs, I think swamps, everything now looks great. So now we have georeferenced, and we have managed to georeferenced, and then you have managed to digitize the features. So the next step, I think we can create a map layout. So before we do that, go to files, and then page, go to page and print setup, and then let's make it landscape. But before we do that, and select on the under the page map page size, and select this so that we increase the size a bit, and then landscape, we're going to make it landscape. Click OK. So now go to at the bottom right, bottom left, click on layout view, like that, and then let's just reduce that. you're going to leave space for so now let's change that. Now you can see you cannot be able to specify the scale simply because I think right click on this folder and then right click on layers and go to properties and then coordinate system, select the correct coordinate system like that, and then let's change our scale to 10,000, 100,000. Let's make that to 250. 250 really. Let's make it about 500, 450. Then I think we should reduce the place names properties. The place names, let's reduce that to 10. Apply. Okay. Okay, so we can also reduce the size of these shrubs. I think we can do 15. Click OK. Still I think they still. Let's reduce that to 10 like that. Then the next step, let's create now we have all the features. We have, so what we need is now to add let's add, go to insert, then add arrow, not arrow. You can select any, so let's just select, let's select a proper one. Select this one so we can have it right here. Then go to insert again, title, and then you can say assign national reserve like that. Click OK. Let's change the symbol, increase that to at least 20, bold and underline, so like that. Again, go to insert and add, let's add scale bar. Select, I like using this one. Click on properties, and that should be in kilometers, and then the gaps, I like 4, and then the label above right. Let me select above right. Like that. above right like that. And another thing that we need to insert is scale. Let's insert scale text, and then properties, the scale text absolute, and then number format, everything looks fine. Format, let's make this a little bit large, something like 24. Apply. Okay. This should be bold. Apply. And then you said 24. Let's make it 20. Apply. Okay, then insert text. Let's insert some text here. So let's call it scale, and then we are going to increase that to 20. Bold. Okay. Apply. Okay. Then press down Control and select this and group them so they are one. Make it like that. Then another thing that we need to insert is go to insert. We need to insert the coordinate system. Then double click. I think I can change that and reduce. I'm going to reduce that to 8. Click OK. So let's place it here and move I really wanted this one to be outside, but it seems, let me try to reduce the font size to 6. Okay. Apply. Okay. So I can place it right there. Then let's insert scale, not legend. Insert legend. So road, river. So we need all this. Next. Next. Let's make the border to be 1. Next. Finish. So I don't think we need to change anything here. I can just place it right there. So I think I can reduce the place name. I think they're quite messy. Apply okay, like that. And another thing we can insert is grids. Let's insert some grids. Right click. What I did is just right click inside here and then go to properties and go to grids, new, measured, then next, labels, labels only, no, with grids, then next, finish, apply. So I need to let's go to property so that we can reduce for interval. I think we need to reduce that to let's reduce that to increase that to 20,000. Apply and see how it looks. It looks fine. So there are a few things also we need to change. Let's go to labels and then offset, additional, go to additional, labels, and decimal points, number format, and round, we reduce that to 0. Click OK, click OK, click apply, OK, apply. Now we have gotten rid of the small numbers that we are seeing. And then go to properties again, lines. I think lines should do. We need to reduce and to faint gray so that don't have shouting colors inside our map. And then we can move our, can also reduce I think you need to reduce that so that you can have breathing space for okay, let me increase the font size to 22 so that it can stand out properly. Apply, okay. And then we can also insert another text. Really, let me just insert order. So I'm not really seeing where that order went. Oh, so it's here. So I can double click on it and then first of all change that order, say just going to write my name and change symbol to 12, bold, italize, like so. Apply, okay. Place it at this corner and then think it looks fine, although we can add a border. Let's go for triple line, and then if right click, properties, and then background, let's make it gradient, apply, let's make it circular. Really, you can just try so that you can have a proper like that, and then let us increase that. I can right click on legend properties so that our legend can have layout. So let's change I wanted to change the background so that you can have white, apply, okay, like that. So I think that's it that's proper, that's fair for today. What you can do, you can decide to export this map. Let's just can now export as a export map. Go to desktop, and then let's make it JPG. Yes, can increase the resolution to 300, and then click save. So now we have a proper maps. If I double click on that, you can see we have the map, although the gradient has don't know why it has disappeared, but that's how it's supposed to so I think it's because of the So that's it for this tutorial, guys. I think it was quite long, so I see you in the next tutorial.